Hi, this is Mr. Payton, and this is part 3 of our leadership series. You're probably wondering, Mr. Payton, I'm not sure if any of those other videos really helped me with my leadership skills. Well, there's part of a process that needs to take place. For me, I feel like I was born a leader, and what I mean by that is I've always felt like people have been drawn to me. They've always trusted me or believed in me. But the process I had to go through was the same one I'm sharing with you. I had to decide. Was I an expert or an entertainer? Meaning, was it my job to lift people up and change their emotions, or was it my job to be an expert? Well, over time, I've done a little bit of both. The next thing was identifying my strengths. I'm very analytical. I seem to have a gift for being able to take what I've learned and being able to share with others. And so now comes the most important part, in my opinion, actually leading people. And I'm going to give you 2 keys to leadership. The first one is service. If you're going to be a leader, then you have to be willing to serve others. Leadership is not about bossing people around. It's not about taking the credit. It's not about standing in front. It's about serving others. Great leaders have a greater capacity to serve. They can serve hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people, because they have an inner confidence in their decision-making skills. Okay? So as you go through this process and decide that you want to become a leader, maybe you want to be the leader of your organization, maybe you want to be the leader of your family, or maybe you just want to be a leader in your own space and make sure you can make sound decisions. If you're going to do that, then you need to find out how to serve that area. For some of us, we need to learn how to serve ourselves, meaning make sure we get rest, make sure we're eating properly, make sure we take care of our own mental health. That is very, very important. The other thing I would say that is immensely important as a leader is to be a good listener. Great leaders, yes, they do have to give speeches. They do have to talk. They do have to uplift others. But they can only do that if they're aware of the needs of the people they're leading. And that requires listening. Listening is not just about you using your ears. It's about paying attention. It's about paying attention to your surroundings. It's about paying attention to the people who are around you. It's about paying attention to yourself, knowing when you're tired, knowing when you need assistance, knowing when to delegate, which means to give out tasks to other people. So as we are growing in our ability to lead, we are going to decide who we are, define ourselves. We're going to identify our strengths and make sure we use those to the benefit of others. And then we're going to make sure that we are serving in a manner that is reaching out to others and lifting them up. If you'll take a look at those ideas, if you'll consider implementing those things into your life, you'll be amazed at how easy it is to work with groups of people, to lead in difficult situations, because you'll be prepared for it. You'll already know if you can or can't complete a task. Leadership doesn't mean you do everything. In some cases, leadership is knowing when to step aside and letting someone else who has the strength do it. A great example may be, let's say you got a younger sibling that's only a year or 2 younger than you, but they're better at math than you are. Or let's say you have a friend in your group who may not be the strongest, but they're really good at coming up with strategy. That's great leadership there. That means you've identified the need and you've identified who can solve the problem. Again, leadership is not about taking all the credit and taking all the glory. Leadership is about decision making. And as you pay attention to others, as you are clear about who you are, and as you always have the spirit of service in your heart and in your mind, you'll be an excellent leader. I hope that this short series, it was very short on purpose, it just kind of gives you something to kind of think about, gives you a direction to go. For a lot of us, the year is ending. School is going to be over. For some of us, we're transitioning from middle school to high school. For some of us, we're transitioning from high school into the workforce or to college or to sports of some sort or to your entertainment industry that you always want to get into. As you walk into those things, you may not be the leader of the organization. You may not be the best player on the team. You may not be the top student going into college, but you are a leader. You're a leader of yourself. And so just keep in mind, know who you are, know your strengths, and be willing to be of service, okay? If you can do that, I feel like your transitions are going to be a little smoother than they would have been if you didn't look at these areas. So good luck to all of you as you are moving forward into your next area. And if it's just to another grade level or just to a new year, good luck to you in that as well.